Hi, I'm DelusionDispeller, and unfortunately, I seem to be losing my voice, and I wanted to get this video done before I fully lost my voice, just in case. So this video is going to be about the narcissistic glare and stare. I've talked about the narcissistic glare in past videos, and people seemed very interested in it. But I did a little bit more research on it, and I wanted to share more about possibly my own personal experience with being glared at in this way, but also just experience in general of what could happen if you're being glared or stared at. So, it starts out when you first meet the narcissist. They stare at you to make you feel like you're the most important person in the world, the universe, everything. I mean, you are it, and you feel like you're it because of the way that they look at you. This way causes you to see your own reflection in the narcissist's eye. It makes you look at yourself as being so desirable that this person would pay so much attention to you. And since they value looking at you so highly and so unwaveringly, because they just stare so intently at you, like they're fascinated with you. The more the narcissist looks at you, the better you feel about yourself. Because you feel like, man, I must be really something if he's, can't take his eyes off me, or she. Glaring, like just this intense stare, um, makes you want to look deeply at the narcissist to see if maybe there really is a soul inside of them. Like there's something missing and special and mysterious that you just don't see yet. You just want to really find out if it's there. Of course, the narcissist never lets you know that there's something, more there than what meets the eye. This staring goes along with the start of you being demoted and devalued eventually. In time, after the staring ends, when they decide that you're not everything that they thought you were, for example, when you start questioning how they treat you and wondering why things are going the way they are because they just don't seem right, then the staring turns into this painful glare, this penetration of their eyes into your very soul, into the deepest part of you. It'll make you shudder and panic, wondering if you did something wrong or if there's something you need to be doing that you're not doing, something you forgot to do, something you misinterpreted or assumed that wasn't true. You're going to feel now like they've changed into someone who doesn't care about you anymore, because they don't. Their eyes can make them look like they're fake, a doll, a puppet, even a robot. Once a narcissist observes that they can make you squirm and feel uncomfortable, then they might add a twisted grin along with the glare and even some awful, demeaning words about you, to the point where you're just going to shrink away from them and cringe your shoulders up and just feel so uncomfortable. Sometimes outside, but sometimes inside you'll cringe. But it'll make you want to run away and cry and even be scared and have a lot of fear. Now, in this type of glare, you're feeling intensely hated at this point and even loathed sometimes by them. Like they just absolutely cannot stand you, and you know they can't. In my case, when I was with Chris, she did this glare at me quite a bit. She didn't wear glasses, so there would be no glasses, and I've done this before, so don't freak out on me, but it was like this kind of glare like this. Sometimes she would have a cigarette in her mouth and just be like, and keep staring at me like that. Other times she would be smoking a cigarette and just looking away, but it was almost like you still felt her eyes on you. It's the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. Anyway, and that was the time that I had a problem with her smoking in the house. So I'm highly allergic to cigarettes. And I had told her daughter about it. Her son had come in and said, "How'd you sleep last night?" And I said, "Not very good, because she smokes in the house and I have trouble with smoking. I'm allergic to it." And the daughter said, "Well, are you going to tell her? You can tell her that it bothers you." I'm like, no, it's her house. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'll just figure something out. Well, then they went and told her. So the whole rest of the day I was treated to this, not treated, but punished by this glare. And then when I finally confronted her enough that it drove her nuts and she had to answer me, she said, well, why didn't you feel you could come and talk to me? You can always come and talk to me, girlie. I want you to always feel like you can talk to me. Whereas when they glare at you like this, you're afraid to talk to them. So it was a catch-22, double bind type situation. So anyways, eventually, once they observe that they have this control over you by the way they look at you, that they can make you squirm in your tracks and stop in your tracks and feel really uncomfortable, then they add this twisted grin, like I said, or some awful demeaning words about you. And they know that you'll shrink away from them and that, you can't handle it anymore. So then they just despise you because you're so weak. Why are you so intimidated by me? Don't ever let anybody intimidate you. That's what I was told. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you have to do something. The next day she said, why isn't your hair brushed? Well, I mean, my hair is fine. Why didn't you fix your hair? Fix meant spray it, poof it out like this, and look like you got a bouffant wig on. Well, that's not me. Look at this. I got a hairband on. I throw a hairband on every morning. Who cares about fluffing my hair out, wearing lipstick and tons of makeup and being phony? I don't, but she did. So it embarrassed her because, she was supposed to be this minister person and I was an embarrassment. So the glare, okay? So, well, I can't believe you don't want to fix your hair. Well, you told me it didn't matter and I didn't have to. I still don't believe that you wouldn't want to. It was like no matter what I did, it was never good enough for her anyways. So I got the glare. All right. So that flash forward here. Now we start feeling the glare of intense hatred and loathing and embarrassment and shame that you even exist and that you're by their side. Along with them probably telling you to your face that they hate you or they're embarrassed by you or they don't want you around or you make them look bad. And they'll say stuff like, I don't even know what I saw in you to begin with. I thought you were somebody that you're not, and I'm sorry, but I don't think this is gonna work out. And I've met somebody that's so much better suited for me. So sometimes there's also threats that go along with these looks. In my case, I don't think she out now threatened me except towards the end when she said if I ever told anybody what went on behind closed doors, that she had a way of making my life, very interesting. And her husband said the same thing. We know where you live. Don't think I wouldn't do it. They never said what they would do. They just said, don't think we wouldn't come and, confront you about it. So yeah, as much as I once had felt adored in her eyes, then I felt utterly rejected. And the narcissist is sickened by you, and they show you that by the way that they stare in your direction. They can't believe they ever wanted to even look at you at all. Now, they give you these sweet looks, or give these sweet looks to the new person that they got, the new supply source. We talked about how you get replaced, devalued, discarded, and then they flaunt the new person in your eyes, Oh, well, this person is so much better for me. I can't believe I ever, spent all that time with you when I could have been with this person. She actually said that to me. You know, oh, you were so right. This lady is so much better for me than you ever could be. We're so compatible. And it makes you feel like garbage. It's like, why are you telling me this? Just go to that person then. I don't need to know that she's so much better than me. And what do you mean by that anyway? You said I was like so wonderful and you never met a friend like me and everybody else rejected you and I stayed with you, so I'm the great person. Now you're telling me this other person was really the one that you want to be with. So go, but don't make it hard on me. Just leave. But they don't. They gotta hoover and hover in the end. So yeah, they'll say stuff like that. We wish we never met you. And if we see you, it just reminds us what a big mistake we made thinking that you could be the right person for our lives. Now, I'm not talking about a homosexual thing here, just so everybody knows. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with a mentor that I had. There was nothing like that going on. We were going to take a trip to another country, so we got together to see if we were compatible, and she decided we weren't and made it obvious that she couldn't stand me as time went on. So we didn't go on the trip, needless to say. And our friendship ended when she replaced me with my best friend. All right, so finally, if they can't keep a hold of the narcissistic supply, if they're not sure yet that they have their talons in this new supply person, then they will come back to you and they will again use their eyes to charm you, to make you feel like they're pleased to have you back in their life. They don't actually feel anything good about you at this point either. But instead of admitting this, they're disgusted that you even took them back. In fact, they'll say stuff like, well, I know you said I was a narcissist. I know you said I was such a bad person. So why would you have me in your life? Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that if you were a bad person. You need to like yourself more than that than to keep taking us back. Like you're now the one to blame because you accepted them back. One, they wooed you back to them. And they feel like you're a real loser for letting them do that to you or being wooed by them. So it's very much a double bind. It's like don't ever let anybody do this to you, they say, and then they do it to you. Anyway, so that's a little bit more about the glare, the stare to the glare, and how it operates through the narcissistic relationship. It starts out as a stare of longing, and you're just like so wonderful. Where were you all my life? You're the best friend I never had. And it's just this longing glance that just they can't take their eyes off you. They're so enamored by you. And then as time goes on, that stare becomes the glare, the angry glare, the disgusted glare, the shameful glare, the glare that makes you squirm and cringe and just want to go hide. And then they demean you because, haha, I made you squirm, and you're just such a loser and such a wimp type of attitude. And then it's this glare that they just absolutely hate you. I just got to get away from you. I can't be around you. You don't understand. I'm so uncomfortable around you. You just make me really, nervous and stuff. I don't know what it is, but I can't be in your presence. It makes you feel like garbage. It really does. It hurts you. It hurts your heart that this person you thought loved you so much now disdains you and loathes your very presence. Anyway, that's how the glare operates. And if you're in the presence of somebody doing that to you, as I always say, if you are able to leave the situation, cut them off cold if you can. If you can't let go, hold on loosely, like Melody Beattie says in her book, The Language of Letting Go, a book I highly recommend everybody reads, especially if you're codependent. Or if you can not get away from them at all right now, or for some reason you don't want to, you need to tell a safe person that you're living with a narcissist, that they're being abusive, and some of the abuses that you're going through, so people will keep their head up, their ears open, their eyes out, and be alert to jump in if they need to. And work on that plan B, definitely, if you can. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I'm going to go drink some warm tea with some sage, some cinnamon, and probably some cayenne pepper to kick whatever this bug is. I've been with my daughter like all day today, and she's been battling this awful throat thing and cough, and I was like, oh man, I hope you're not going to, pass that along. So I'm not going to believe that that's what's happening because I don't believe in speaking negative things over my body. But I am going to go and drink something warm to relax my vocal cords. I do appreciate everyone tuning in. Sorry, I can't talk. Tuning in, watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, a like, share with your friends. Let everybody know that I'm out here and I'm fighting for you, the voiceless ones. I'm giving you a voice because nobody else will. Anyhow, God bless everybody. Eyes wide open, moving forward, and I really hope you have a great day and that you get the help that you need. We'll see you soon. Oh, don't forget, I have a course coming up, and let me see what it's called. I'm still working on it, but it should be a good one when it's done. It is called uh, something about taking back your identity, because it's about after you are out of the relationship with the narcissist, how to take back your life again. And I'm going to go over all of that in this course. It's going to be video course. It's going to be awesome. It will be very affordable, I promise you. It'll only be like about $15, $20 for the course. the 15 days to reclaiming your identity. Be looking for it. I'm working on it now. Hopefully it'll be ready within the next few months, maybe earlier. Just depends how much time I have to work on it. But it's going to be a good one, and I hope those of you watching that value my work will order it and check it out and let me know what you think. Anyway, God bless everybody. Have a great night. I'm going for now. And keep me in your prayers, because obviously this throat thing is trying to take over. We're going to fight it, and I'm going to keep on talking. Have a good one. Bye.